With the conclusion of all 4 rounds, we did have our share of controversy and surprise. We did see for the first time a small change in the rules done by one of the teams, and we also had 2 of our youngest members, 12 from DSN Nanaika and 13 from Rotary International. There was a clash between equal representation, increased conflict, the emergence of the BRIC nations, and whether the veto is actually a dire necessity for a permanent nation. There were questions left unanswered. Let's see how the result comes about. Leaving time for the judges to calculate their result, we'll move into a very short commercial break. Welcome back. Here with the debater with Seema from MTV Sports. We've done with the 4 rounds. The results have been confirmed, but before we announce the winners and the best speaker for today, we're ready to hear what the judges have to say.
First of all, I must say it was great to see these youngsters here today. Must take some guts, you guys, to do this, and well done. I was a bit disappointed with this debate. I'm not pointing my fingers at any one team, but I think teams should be more prepared when they come for this sort of thing. You know, one of the teams was very ill prepared, it was quite obvious. And I think one of the things people should take away from this is that you have to come here. I know it was a very complicated topic, you need a lot of research, and I think when you come for a debate like this, you should do all your background work, do your research, and be pretty sure of what you're going to say and confident about it.
I would like to say a few things on debating in general. One thing, I'm very happy with the standard of debating etiquette shown here, because sometimes that is one thing that is missing. One thing though, you must remember, pointing is generally impolite. If you want to, it's great that you used your hands, but it's best to make non-controversial movements such as this, or maybe 2 fingers, 3 fingers, but this is always a big no when it comes to any conversation and also in formal debating.
Well, on behalf of the proposition, I thought Haritha laid a very good foundation for their argument, for the argument of the proposition. And this seemed to be followed very well by Vimukti, who made some very cogent arguments, and the arguments seemed to flow very well. And there was a good display of the power of rebuttal of arguments. On behalf of the opposition, I did notice that Kavisha displayed some good anticipation of the arguments that were to come from the proposition, good anticipation. And I think this was the highlight for the opposition. The opposition, I felt, relied too much on ideological arguments rather than the factual. With regard to the content, I think it seems that you all had sort of researched the content somewhat sufficiently. You could see the words being used and the issues being sort of flagged. But the issue, I think, was more in the delivery, where in certain cases the explanation was good, the selling power was weak.
We're about to announce the best speaker for tonight. We'll walk away with a scholarship worth 175,000 courtesy achievers to study Seema. The debater who was able to convince us the best about his or her talents and to convince us about his or her stand with regards to this motion. I'm ready to announce the best speaker. The best speaker for the debate today is... Congratulations to Vimukti Veeragama from DSN Nanaika College. He also emerged as the best speaker during season 1. Congratulations. This is hours of hard work, months of preparation, which will go into water if you are unable to make yourselves through this first round. And at this point, I believe there might be teams who would think that they could have tried a bit harder, researched a bit more. Maybe another hour of research which could have changed the fate of this debate. We realize that these are youngsters, but we feel that it is not an excuse to compromise on the quality of any debate. We have youngsters here indeed, and the performance to their age was indeed commendable. However, at this point in time, we're at a crucial stage because the school who leaves this round might not be able to come back to the debater season. And being on the grand finale is something that all of the debaters here, all the supporters who are here, the teachers, the coaches, principals of all schools would aspire to. We're ready to find out which of the two schools present here is able to make it to round 2 and which school will fall out in this journey towards the grand finale. And the winning team for tonight is, it's a unanimous decision. Congratulations to DSN Anayaka College, Colombo. We're now ready to invite Roch International School, Lugego, to receive their scholarships worth 125,000 courtesy achievers. Inviting Vimukthi Veeragama to receive his certificate from our proud sponsors. We'd like to invite DSN Anayaka to receive their scholarship from our sponsors and our panel of judges. Congratulations to DSN Anayaka College, Colombo for emerging as the winners today. And thank you for tuning in. Join in next week for another round of intense debate. Good night.
Dear audience, this is our first time participating in such a debate, and I know that we are not well prepared, and I willingly accept this decision, and you think that we could do much better in the future, please vote us. Thank you.